Jayo Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Bihari. Jayo Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jayo Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Radha Madhava, Jayo Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Jayo Radha Madhava. Jayo Panchatattva, 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 Jayo Panchatattva. Nisimhadev, 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 Nisimhadev. Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Shila Prabhupada. Shri Radha Madhava Saki ki jai, Shri Panchatattva ki jai, Shri Nisimhadev Bhagavana ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we will skip Premadvani and we will go straight to the verse. Tvam mac-charaṇe loke. Tvam mac-charaṇe loke. Balād dhaṁsy abalān balī. Balād dhaṁsy abalān balī. Nara-devo si veṣeṇa. naṭavat karmaṇā dvijaḥ. Tvam mac-charaṇe loke. Balād dhaṁsy abalān balī. nara-devo si veṣeṇa. naṭavat karmaṇā dvijaḥ. Translation. Oh, who are you? You appear to be strong, and yet you dare kill, within my protection, those who are helpless. By your dress, you pose yourself to be a godly man or king, but by your deeds, you are opposing the principles of the twice-born kṣatriyas. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. The brāhmaṇas, the kṣatriyas, and vaiśyas are called twice-born because for these higher classes of men there is one birth by parental conjunction and there is another birth of cultural rejuvenation by spiritual initiation from the bona fide acharya or spiritual master. So a kṣatriya is also twice born like a brāhmana, and those duties to give protection to the helpless. The kṣatriya king is considered to be the representative of God, to give protection to the helpless and chastise the miscreant. Whenever these are anomalies in the routine work by administrations, there is an incarnation of the Lord to establish the principles of godly kingdom. In the age of Kali, the poor helpless animals, especially the cows, which are meant to receive all sorts of protection from the administrative herds, are killed without restriction. Those administrative herds under whose noses such things happen are representatives of God in the name only. Such powerful administrations are ruled of the poor citizens by dress or office, but factually they are worthless, lower class men without the cultural assets of the twice born. No one can expect justice or equality of treatment from once born lower class men. Therefore, in the age of Kali, everyone is unhappy due to the maladministration of the state. The modern human society is not twice born by spiritual culture. Therefore, the people's government by the people who are not twice born must be government of Kali, in which everyone is unhappy. And verse one more time. Oh, who are you? You appear to be strong, and yet you dare kill within my protection those who are helpless. By your dress, you pose yourself to be a godly man, a king. But by your deeds, you are opposing the principles of the twice born kṣatriyas. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prabhupada Shimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Vishesha Shunyadi Pashatya Deshtarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So actually I found this subject very, very important for all of us to follow, and that's why I even spend a little bit more time to prepare everything. It's like a lot of different representations, and then somehow, the age of Kali is entering all our heads and all our activities, so it entered my head also today. That's why I came late. I didn't know the class is at 7 actually. I'm sorry for that. So we have the situation, and which is very interesting. The Prahlad Maharaj, he is very saintly king. He is somebody who is actually a perfect example how administrative king is supposed to be, how somebody who is leading some society, the country, or any different kind of institution is supposed to behave. And under his kingdom, everything was working really well. Everybody was happy. There was a peace, but he already got the news in this particular moment of Srimad Bhagavatam. We are in the first canto at the moment, that there are some symptoms of Kali coming, and that things will get worse for sure, because we all know that Kali Yuga doesn't bring any auspiciousness. Actually is the age of quarrel, and it's not really pleasant to do any religious activities during Kali Yuga, because there is a lot of obstacles. When he was going towards river, there is this explanation that Saraswati river was flowing towards east, and on the bank of the river actually he found that there was a person, and he was dressed like a king. He was basically presenting himself as a kṣatriya, as a great king, but actually he was lower than Shudra. And he was having one bull and one cow, and he was beating them desperately all the time, showing that he's actually not the qualified king at all, that he's not kṣatriya, but he's lower than even the lowest levels of society. And it's actually, the story goes that the bull was only standing still on only one leg. The 3 legs was already broken and only 1 leg was still there. And the cow was crying all the time. Usually cows are supposed to be happy. They're giving us milk, they're giving us a lot of great things. But in this case, this cow was very sad, and it was very, it was like, there is explanation that she was like some mother who just lost a baby. That much sadness was there in her heart. And further, now because we don't have much time, I will try to go in the essence. Actually, the bull and the cow, they represent, bull is representing dharma, or religious principles, and the cow is presenting actually Mother Bhumi, the earth. So it was beginning of Kali Yuga, and the dharma, the religious principles are fading away. And out of 4 different principles, you will hear later which 4 are those. 4 legs, only 1 leg still remaining, and it's shaking. In one of the verses, further verses, it explained actually that even that leg, you know, this unqualified kshatriya who is actually less than Shudra is trying to break bull completely, to fall down. And the cow itself is representing Mother Bhumi, and she was lamenting because Krishna just left, and all auspiciousness left with him. And Maharaj Parikshit, of course, he was the great king, but she was already feeling the great influence of Kali Yuga, and even the Dharma personified in that bull was in front of her, and that bull was suffering a lot. So the cow was first of all beaten, feeling the pain, but biggest pain came actually because nothing will be same anymore. Everything will be changed, everything will be different. And that was the main sadness of the cow. Legs of bull in the age of Satya Yuga. There is a text 1:17-24, the text which will come in a couple of days. Tapa shaucham daya satyam iti padam krite kritah adharma mashik trayo bhagavat smaya sangam adais tava. It's a very important verse explaining actually the details about the dharma. In the age of Satya, your 4 legs were established by the 4 principles of austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness. But it appears that 3 of your legs are broken due to rampant religion in the form of pride, lust for women, and intoxication. And only 1 leg basically remained as a truthfulness. Now I went into research about what does it mean austerity, what does it mean cleanliness for devotees, what does it mean mercy, and what does it mean truthfulness. And I found some very interesting quotes from Srila Prabhupada, from the Vedas, from Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita. And I will try now to summarize everything in 4 minutes. In generally, austerities, the best explanation for austerities that we can find in the lecture of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Prabhupada gave the class in Vrindavan 1976 in October. And he was saying that in the Kali Yuga, people cannot undergo very severe austerities. That is impossible for them. Because manda ksumanda mataya manda bhagjati hi upanurutak, Srimad Bhagavatam 1:110. They are already very much suppressed and suffering because they are all unfortunate, all manda bhagya. Manda bhagya is a word for somebody who cannot have something incomplete. And only solution that Prabhupada further mentioned in his class is actually that manda bhagya has to come and to find Mahatma. Mahatma, or purified, that means a pure soul, who can help him in his way and who can measure austerities according to capacity and capability of devotee. This is only way how we can maintain austerities in the Kali Yuga. And then there is further explanation. What does it mean Mahatma? How to recognize Mahatma? It's not easy. Srila Prabhupada also mentioned there are many those who are not qualified, who are dressing like a Vaishnavas, who is going around like a Vaishnavas, presenting even sometimes themselves as a Mahatmas. He's telling there is a lot of people who wants rice and dal in Vrindavan, and we are witnessing more and more that in Mayapur as well, who basically just coming to maintain their needs, but they're not on the level of Mahatmas really. So there is a text in Bhagavad Gita 1854, Brahma Bhuta Prasatma Nasochati Nakanshati Samak Sarveshu Bhuteshu Mad Bhaktim Labate Param. Translation is one who is thus transcendentally situated, at once realize the supreme Brahman. He never laments nor desires to have anything. He is equally disposed to every living entity. In that state, he attains pure devotional service unto me. So basically, Mahatma is somebody who understand the Supreme Brahman, who has this transcendental knowledge. But most important thing, how we can really realize and recognize from our own level, is that he is equal to all living entities, not to human entities, to living entities. He is somebody who is giving attention to everyone, who is trying to help everyone, and who is always on the level of truthfulness. Means somebody who is always telling and spreading the truth. And we will discuss what does it mean truthful, because that's important for us, because this is only leg that we can really maintain properly in the Kali Yuga. Now the second one is cleanliness. What does it mean, cleanliness? Of course, cleanliness means that we need to keep our bodies clean, and that we have to maintain, the hygiene. Devotees, they're supposed to take shower 3 times a day, and we have to have the clean shirt. And I even had some interesting, funny stories for you, which we don't have time right now to discuss. But in general, Srila Prabhupada was very concerned about cleanliness, not just about our bodies, not just about clothes, but everything around us needs to be perfectly clean to be able to maintain the mode of goodness. Now, the real cleanliness, according to Srila Prabhupada, is actually that mind has to be clean. And this is the cleanliness which is very difficult to maintain in the Kali Yuga. And he's saying in Bombay, November 1974, he gave very, very famous class actually, about how to clean the mind and how to maintain cleanness of the mind. He's saying, so cleanliness is next to godliness. Actually, our material conditioned life means the mind is covered with dirt and unclean, dirty things. That is the disease. When we are in the lower stage of tamaguna and rajaguna, these dirty things are very much prominent. Therefore, one has to raise himself from the position of tamaguna and rajaguna to sattvaguna. The process is recommended how to cleanse the mind. Shivatam svakata Krishna punya shravana kirtana, Srimad Bhagavatam 1:2-17. One has to hear the Krishna katha. Krishna is within everyone's heart, and when he sees that conditioned soul, so basically Krishna katha is the process, how we can clean our mind. So it's not internet katha unless we don't check Krishna, Vanipedia or something like that. It's not some meaningless conversation between devotees. It's not some other things which definitely can help us sometime in the life. But Krishna katha, if we want to keep the mind clean, this is something that can help that we raise up a level of cleanliness of our minds. Then the next one is mercy. And mercy is really important, because mercy is something that according to Shastras, it's possible to maintain to the very high level in Kali Yuga even, only if we are determined and if we are in the mood of Sankirtan. The mercy, the word for which actually present mercy in the Sanskrit is daya-jiveshu. And this mercy, this is actually mercy to the another living entities, right? That means we have to be merciful for the animal, to the plants, to the living beings. But what does it mean, mercy for one Vaishnava, for one devotee? It's something that we have to understand. There is a lot of charities, a lot of beneficial different activities that we can do. But according to Srila Prabhupada, this is also material because it can bring benefit to the body. Sometimes giving food to somebody means that bringing benefit to the body, but it doesn't give like permanent benefit to the person. Only what brings really permanent benefit to the person is sharing the knowledge. So actually our mercy is supposed to be to receive the knowledge, to start living the knowledge, and then to share the knowledge. This is the real mercy. And Srila Prabhupada said that there is one word which explains that, and that's preaching. Basically, if we become the true serious preachers, that means that we can increase the level of mercy on this planet. We can share the mercy to the other living beings. And this is the real mercy that can help us to come to the high level of consciousness and to maintain our dharma. That means those 4 pillars of dharma. And the last one is truthfulness. Truthfulness. Truthfulness means that, yes, as it is, as the word says, it means that whatever we say, it needs to be truthful. It needs to be without adding certain things which are not facts. It needs to be the right. So, Satyam, Bhagavad Gita 10:4-5, Srila Prabhupada explained really well in the Purport what does it mean, truthfulness. And Prabhupada said Satyam, or truthfulness, means that the facts should be presented as they are for the benefit of others. Facts should not be misrepresented. According to social conversions, conventions, it is said that one can speak the truth only when it is palatable to others. But that is not truthfulness. The truth should be spoken in a straight and forward way, so that others will understand actually what the facts are. If a man is a thief, and if people are warned that he is a thief, that is truth. Although sometimes the truth is unpalatable, one should not refrain from speaking it. Truthfulness demands that the fact be presented as they are for the benefit of others. That is the definition of truth. So basically, the other three pillars of Dharma is not easy to maintain in Kali Yuga. It's very hard to follow austerities, and we have also, something that we can follow. That means getting the bona fide spiritual master and asking him for the help, for the mercy. The second one is being merciful. And if we want to become merciful in Kali Yuga, the best way to become merciful is basically to become a preacher, to do a preaching, to share the knowledge that we are receiving. And the cleanliness is actually very important, but main thing is we have to clean our mind, and we have to try to do that with Krishna Katha. But it's very small chance that we're going to be 100% successful with all three, because Kali Yuga influence is very strong. But what we can really do and how we can really help ourselves and others is actually to be the truthful. If we lose truthfulness, then we are losing Dharma. Then we are without any single pillar. And that's something that it's of a great concern. We cannot call ourselves devotees, basically. If somebody is not truthful, if somebody is not honest, if somebody is not merciful, if somebody doesn't follow the spiritual master, if somebody doesn't listen and hear the Krishna Katha and spread the Krishna Katha, it's very hard to call himself a devotee, a Vaishnava. We can dress, but we are not really on that level. So this was something was supposed to be 1 hour and 15 minutes. So please, again, don't mind, for coming late. And I hope we will have more chance another time to speak about this important topic, because there is a lot of quotes about administration, management, how to do things properly in ISKCON and generally in our lives. But I guess Krishna, wants us to touch just the dharmic part, and that's it. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. We have a darshan, Mataji. So darshan is starting. Okay, if somebody wants to stay, I'm willing to stay, no problem. Right. I will come to you now. Then we will.
Okay, you're talking about mercy, but we see that every religion is promoting in the name of mercy their own religion, like Christianity and others. So, how do you understand that?
You see, the truth is that every religion, starting with Christianity, with Buddhism, with all other religions, it's promoting mercilessness. That means they're also doing preaching. It is true that they're also trying to maintain other pillars. And the point is that actually what we need to see which knowledge, which path is best for us, which path is giving us the answers that satisfy our heart. We need to be honest. We need to know what actually we want. For somebody who just wants peace, he can find some movement or some kind of path which will lead to that. But those who really want to know the truth, and truthfulness means, knowing the absolute truth. And absolute truth is only one. There is no two different truths. In that case, they will find the right path also to bring them to the right truth. So many religions, they're hiding between those pillars of Dharma. The real truth is actually that they will all bring different people to different levels on that mountain which we call religion, and coming on the top is spirituality and the God ultimately. but the question is up to which level different religions can bring us. That's something that really somebody who is seeker for the truth needs to discover through his own research. That's why it's very important to find the bona fide spiritual master, because you can find some spiritual masters, so-called spiritual masters in Christianity, in different religions, but we need to check what is their level of purity, what is their level of knowledge, and which kind of knowledge they want to share with us. And if they don't have the answer for some basic questions, such as where the God lives, who is the God, who are we, about reincarnation, about some basic questions. The big question is whether they have the right knowledge to be able to call themselves the bona fide spiritual masters. Maybe they recognize bona fide in their own institutions, but the question is whether that's right for us, because there is no different absolute truth, there is only one.
Thank you very much. Very nice answer. I just wanted to share this with you quickly, is that these 4 pillars of religion are actually a very good speaking point to the new audience or the seekers in the Western world, because they don't even aware of it. So I start off with these 4 pillars of religion, and they are all ears. It's really very good, universal concept. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mataji. I appreciate it. Hare Krishna. Thank you.